Did your phone just get stolen?
Yeah, it did.
Was it an Android?
Android? What's that?
Well, it's the best operating system ever because it has this application on it called the location application. So if your phone ever gets stolen, we can track it for you.
That's so neat.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Give me his phone!
Good thing you have the location application now. Now let's go see how it works. Now that your phone got stolen, double click on our custom client application. Now enter in your phone number in the field. Then select your cell phone carrier. And then click send. And that's all you gotta do. Welcome to the location application server room. Over here we have our IT department, and over here we have our state-of-the-art server, running the best operating system ever, Windows XP.
Whoa, what's going on? What is it? What? Cornish? Whoa, what's going on? Oh,
Hey there!
whoa, who are you?
I missed your location application. Did you steal that phone?
Yeah, how did you know?
Because I was able to get the exact coordinates of that phone using the location application app for Android. Now I'm going to take that back and return it to the owner.
Whatever.
Man, I wish my phone didn't get stolen. Did you find my phone?
I did. Good thing you had the location application on it.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Location Application.
You're welcome.
You found my phone?
I did. Good thing you had the location application on it.
Wow, thanks, Mr. Location Application.
You're welcome.
Yeah! Good job! Yeah! Yeah!
So we should go to Vegas in celebration.
I'm down. Let's
Yeah?
do it.
And we can let tech support finish everything. Yeah, I like this idea.
Yeah!
So we'll show you how to do everything. It's just a couple lines of code you gotta change on the server and on the client and on the Android app.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, alright, let's go spend some money. Let's go.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. So, Miss Tech Support, this is the basis of our Android system. These are all the libraries you'll have to use. These are your location libraries, which will get the location.
Okay.
These are your SMS libraries, which will allow us to send instant messages to a user's phone. And then the broadcast receiver class will allow you to read all the incoming text message coming to your phone. Then over here we have our on-receive class. This is where the phone will read all the incoming text messages. It will take the phone number of the incoming text message and save it into that string. And then it will take the incoming message and save it to that string. Then this toast right over here will display that message on the bottom of the screen. That way we know it works. And then over here we have our if statement where it says if the incoming message is equal to location application and the sender num is also equal to location application at gmail.com, it will execute the instructions in that if statement. And then over here we have a little example of what that toast would look like. So here's that big if statement. This is the meat of our Android code. So it basically gets the longitude and latitude from these two function calls, and then it will also make its new string called text, which will be sent in the SMS message. Then we have another toast to display the text. That way we know it actually works on the phone. And then it will send the SMS message here, and where you see string SMS is where you put the user's phone number, and message is equal to text, which is up here. And then this is what actually sends the SMS message. Then if we go down here, we can actually see the two toasts that involve that. And this is what your outcome should look like. Your goal is to make this outcome happen.
Okay.
Because right now it's not working. We don't know why. It's up to you, tech support.
Okay, so now we have the server and client code. I will provide a quick overview of the client aspect, and then I will pass it over to Mike, and he will explain the server code. So here we have drop-down strings, which implemented and allows the user to select who the service provider is, and they would do this right after they type in their phone number. So here we provide Verizon, select, Sprint, AT&T, and T-Mobile. As you scroll down, we have this code. Now what this explains is once the application pulls data from the GUI, a string is created and then sent to the server application. Now we have this function called onBeyondClickedOK, which is right here. And what this function does is it sends a stop string to the server, and it notifies the client that it's going to disconnect. Now once that happens, it closes the client handle and the application itself. Now I'm going to pass it over to Mike, and he will explain the server code.
A thread is created that will run a function that updates the GUI periodically, and then a listen function is started, which starts the server and listens for connections. The onAccept function notifies the tech support that a client has connected and acquires the IP address and port number of said client. The onReceive function,
There you go.
now this is the great part right here, and first compares it to our very high level stop string, and if this string is equal to that, then we know that the client is disconnected. And if it's not, then we know that it's a email address that needs to be sent to the user's cell phone. So that's what happens. Now, to touch a little bit more on the listen function, this function creates a sock stream on the specified port. For our case, we use port 80. Listen function that creates a sock stream server, and it'll listen on the port that we specified. We have created an error check that will notify tech support if it could not start listening on the port that we specified. If it is successful, then it will update the GUI saying that the server is listening. Our server status function, which I mentioned earlier and runs in its own thread, constantly checks to see if it needs to update the list box with any new information, like whether or not a client is connected, disconnected, what strings are being sent. And finally, when we close out the server, which should probably never happen, it closes down the program, closes out any client socket connections, and frees up the server socket for other program use.
So now
Alright. 5 seconds, yep.
Fantastic.